Right kids, Mr. Glenn here. We are going to go and add a new layer on top of our reference. Go to the reference, make one below everything else. I'm going to call this neck. And what we're going to do is make the bottom of the neck drip. So again, I'm going to go into my recents because I've got my monoline, or I go into my calligraphy and I get my monoline there. So I'm in my neck layer. I want to go and get black. That's not going to be very good. Let's go and join this from the other side. Okay, that's looking more like it. And then I'll go and use my skin color. I'll use my medium skin color here, and then go and drag that in. And make sure I drag that in properly. There's a bleed mark in here, so I'll go and color this in properly. Okay, so color that in properly. What we're going to do next is go and add the background and cut everything out. So at the moment we've got a very sort of palish picture, and what we want to do is make sure that this picture sort of pops from a sort of darker, crisper picture, crisper backdrop, and make sure that these parts here sort of disappear as well. We need to sort of erase those in a moment. We can do that very easily. What I want to do though is just go and get this picture to sort of pop. So from the bottom of our reference, so we go to our reference picture, we're going to add a layer. And I'm going to call this backdrop. I'm going to call this background for BG. There we go. Let's just go and name this properly as well. Neck. Then inside our BG layer, we want to go and get a crisp color. I might go and use this kind of cerise color here, and then drag that in like that, so that the face sort of drops. And then what we want to do is go into our main layer, which is where these text and swatches are. We want a thick eraser that's 100%, and we want to go and just erase this out and anything else that's on that layer too. And then what we want to do is, you can see the spots. I'm just going to go and tidy this up. I know this in the hair layer. Let's go and get rid of these. In our layers now, what we want to do is get all the pieces together, because we want to put something around the outside of it. So what we do is we get our fingers and we go from the neck to the eyebrow, and we join them all together like that, so they become one piece. And then what we're able to do now is go and put a layer underneath this, and we want the face to sort of jump off the page, and we can go and grab a new layer, go and duplicate this background layer, and we want a white sort of outline to this. So I want to go and get white, and I want a round brush again, but I want it at 100% opacity, and I want it reasonably sized. Whoops, that's probably too big. Let's go see what that's going to look like. Yep, that's okay. And we can just go now and put an outline that is nice and crisp. We want something that's about the same size all the way around the outside. So what we've done now is, after joining all the layers together, we are able to go and use that layer underneath, just underneath the face, using a 100% opacity white rounded brush, and we're able to go and put that white outline onto here. Very simple, quite rough, but that's a part of this learning process, because this is going to be our character or our signature. What I might do next is add just another layer under here. So I might put it on top, and this time we're going to put signature. And we're going to go and add, using the wrench, go to add text, and this time I'm going to go and add your name. You should be able to just bring that down and then move that around. Just tap on the text and bring that down. Now if I use the arrow for the selection, we can tilt it. And then if we go into our fonts, hitting the A on the side, you can go and grab that, change the size, and then if we pinch the two together, the two layers together, we can go into our main layer and we can resize this. Maybe tap in the text. Tap in the A, it's probably a bit too large. That'll do me for the moment. Go and set my canvas off and turning my reference off. And now I have my signature, my artwork done. And you can see one that I made before, which is using the same picture. And there's another one just with a different sort of tone and a different sort of feel with all the shading, different types of shading. So this is up to you now to go and experiment and create it however you feel like. Okay, as always, good luck.